All right, everybody. Today I am planting out some beets. I'm holding my iPad. I'm sorry. I'm going to start by planting these Navone yellow, they're called cabbage turnip or rutabagas. So I need to plant a lot of these because a lot of the animals dig these up and eat the root, and then I'll just see the cabbage on top going wilted, and then I don't want to eat behind the creatures. So I'm going to plant a lot of these in hopes that there'll be some left for me. Turnips and cabbage and all that need a lot of food. So my soil is pretty depleted, but I'm hoping that the area that I'm going to plant these in is okay. Right now I've got sweet potatoes growing here, and sweet potatoes will be my summer crop. That is a cauliflower. You see, it's not a really big plant, and that's because the soil, that's how I know the soil isn't that great. If the soil was great, that cauliflower could be as much as 3 or 4 feet tall, and the leaves would be the size of my head. But this is what I'm planting them.
Here are my seeds. They're really, really small, and I'm just going to take these and and shove them into this soil. That's it. And these need to be 8 inches apart in my area. So this space here should get me 3 cabbage turnips. And
actually this space is a 2 by 3, so I should be able to get 10 turnips there. And I'm gonna plant hopefully 100. I got this little area all planted, and I ended up, instead of 10, I probably put about 30 seeds in there, because like I said, I want 10 left for myself, so I gotta plant enough so that I can do that. Now here I'm gonna plant 80 in the same space, and what I'm gonna do is plant these 4 inches apart, and I'm gonna put 3 seeds in every little section so I can see how that turns. I've got this whole section planted out, so my bed is 3 foot long, and it's about 6 feet. Actually, I guess it's and now we'll just take the water here and water the seed in. And they say as long as it's under 85 degrees that they should be fine and be able to come up. So I think we're good here. This is late summer, but that's fine here because we don't get winter. This is a winter crop for me. So she should be fine there. And the deed is done. I'm going to be watching this and see what comes up. And I have enough seeds where I'm going to do the hole all the way down there with these seeds, but I want to get this tended and doing good before I take on another space for this crop. Hey everybody, I'm trying something new here. You see my garden bed there is full of plants. They're about to flower and seeds, so I am underplanting them with the next biennial. So as these are flowering, these should be coming up as little bitty tiny plants, and I'm hoping that this works out for me. These are permanent in my area. This is a perennial in my area, purple Sicily. So if I can get a row of purple Sicily right here, then maybe I can get some viable seed, because I have 2 plants already that I love. You see that right there? That is a purple Sicily. That's 1 plant, and it just keeps on filling in the area. So I really don't need many plants, but I want viable seed. So I'll know if I have viable seed because little cauliflower plants will be popping up everywhere. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. All right. right here, right next to my little brick path, just in a straight line going back, I have planted cauliflower. The same one that I have right there that's naturalized and become a permanent fixture here. Now the thing of it is, you would think I have to pull these up and plant something. Nah, I'm not doing that. I just put the seeds underneath that. These are flowering right now. You see, like this one is flowering already, but as they flower, they die. So I'm gonna let these flower and feed the bees, and then they'll be gone on, you know, to glory, and I will miss them until they come back from the seed that you know they produce next year. But the cauliflower should be coming up underneath, and I'm hoping that that way the snails don't eat all my cauliflower. I only planted one row right here because I figure if I get a row in, then I can have you know, enough food to where when they flower they will have viable seed. I got viable seed off of one kale plant last year, and all my kale that's planted with this celery, all of that came from one seed, but I have not gotten any seed from my cauliflower, so I think it must need more than one plant. So we'll see how I got that planted. And now I'm going to plant at the end the cabbage. This is the cabbage I like. This is short, so I'm going to give it a little bit sunnier spot. And I'll show you where that tree is growing, but it won't be creating too much shade for a while. But I'm going to plant on the far side of it because the shadow goes this way, and I'm going to plant on this side of it. And brassicas know how to move themselves so that they can get an appropriate sun. Everybody in this area looks like they're doing fine, and so I'm going to just row right on the side here, so that last year I used these little fences to block the way for my little walkway, and the critters just completely ignored that and created their own little walkways to get in and out of the garden. I didn't do that, but I figure if I put some vegetables there, they can't move the vegetables. They could eat the vegetables. You don't know, I plant this grass on purpose, and I pull it up and put it back here, so I don't have to have weeds. In Southern California, weeds are precious, so that is why there's grass all throughout my planting, so that I keep my soil kind of aerated by pulling it up all the time. I think it's a native, but here's my seed, and I'm just gonna put them in here. Now I gotta find a spot, so let's just go through and find a spot. You see, I'm looking at the ground here, and there's nothing there. See? So that's where I'll plant it. Okay, so I'll just pull my grass, and that'll leave me with some nice soil. See how pretty that is? And just drop my seed in there. I'm doing like 3 because, you know, I plant one for everybody. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful. Thanks for coming over here.